welcome back to my channel. My name is Chloe. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button below. Excuse me, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. I have me off to the side so that you can see my balloon back there that says, "You are special." So today's presidential highlights video is going to be a little bit different than my normal ones. It's not going to talk about the key events in any particular president's life, or not life, but like his term in office. I had found an article, I think it was through Facebook, that talked about all the presidential IQs from lowest to highest in ranking. So I wanted to do something a little bit different today with the presidential highlights video. For those of you that don't know what IQ stands for, it stands for intelligence quotient, and you can take a test online to find out what yours is. The average is anywhere between 85 to 115. High IQ starts at 145, and genius starts at 160. Einstein is said to have had maybe about 160, but they don't exactly know the precise number of his. So, ranking presidents by the IQ from lowest to highest, our 18th president, Ulysses S. Grant, was 130. Our 43rd president, George W. Bush, which shocked me, was 138.5. Our 5th president, James Monroe, was at 138.6. Our 17th president, Andrew Johnson, was 138.9. 27th president, William Howard Taft, was 139.5. Our 15th president, James Buchanan, was 139.6. Our 12th president, Zachary Taylor, was 139.8, and he was tied with our 33rd president, Harry H. Truman, at 139.8. Our 29th president, Warren G. Harding, was 139.9. These are all IQs. Our first president, George Washington, also surprised me at 140. So he's still not even in the high status. Our 38th president, Gerald Ford, his IQ was 140.4. Our 36th president, Lyndon B. Johnson, was 140.6. 31st president, Herbert Hoover, is 141.6, who was also tied with our 30th president, Calvin Coolidge, 141.6. Ronald Reagan, our 40th president, was 141.9, and he's still not even in the high status. That surprised me too. Richard Nixon, believe it or not, had a higher IQ than Ronald Reagan. What? He was our 37th president, and his IQ was 142.9. Our 41st president, George H.W. Bush, the father, was 143, so he was even smarter than his son. Our 11th president, James K. Polk, was 143.4, who tied with our 25th president, William McKinley, at 143.4. Our 22nd and 24th president, Grover Cleveland, was 144. Because remember, he had a split presidency. Because William McKinley was in between. No, not William McKinley. Where's the 23rd president? I haven't gotten to him yet. Oh, Benjamin Harrison was in between Grover Cleveland's first and second terms. Our 7th president, Andrew Jackson, was at 145, so now we're into the high status. Dwight Eisenhower, our 34th president, his IQ was 145.1. 23rd president, Benjamin Harrison, was at 145.4. Our 8th president, Martin Van Buren, or OK, his IQ was 146. Our 19th president, Rutherford B. Hayes, was 146.3. 9th president, William Henry Harrison, was also 146.3. Our 14th president, Franklin Pierce, was 147.4. 10th president, John Tyler, was 148. 13th president, Millard Fillmore's IQ was 149. Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, was 150. So he was a smart guy. Our 32nd president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, which is probably why he served 3 terms, was at 150.5, so he was just slightly above Abraham Lincoln. 21st president, Chester Arthur, was 152.3, who tied with our 20th president, James Garfield, at 152.3. And if I didn't mention, Franklin Roosevelt was our 32nd president. I sometimes get sidetracked and forget. Teddy Roosevelt, our 26th president, had an IQ of 153, so he was smarter than his nephew. His fifth cousin. John Adams was our second president. Had an IQ of 155. Woodrow Wilson was our 28th president, 155.2, so just slightly above John Adams. Jimmy Carter, which shocked me, because he was kind of wishy-washy, if I remember correctly, was our 34th president, and he has an IQ, because he is still alive, 156.8. Bill Clinton, our 42nd president, this shocked me. Bill Clinton was at 159, 42nd president. John F. Kennedy, 35th president, was at 159.8. Our 4th president, James Madison, was at 160, and he tied with his friend and our 3rd president, Thomas Jefferson, at 160. John Quincy Adams has, to date, the highest IQ of all of our presidents, which is above the, what did I say? See, I lose my train of thought. The genius level at 175. Now, you're probably wondering why I didn't mention Obama and Trump, who were the 44th and 45th presidents, respectively. That's because they didn't have any information about their IQs. So we have no idea what Trump and Obama's IQs are. Now, I did a little bit of digging into IQs, and Einstein's may have been at about 160, so he was considered a genius. But there are common everyday people that have higher IQs than that. For instance, there are 8 people that were listed on this website. And I'm sorry, I didn't write down what the website was. Jacob Barnett has an IQ of 170. He has autism. He finished grades 6 through 12 in 1 year, and he's currently working on his PhD at the age of 19. Judith Dolger has an IQ of 170. She is a Hungarian chess master. Rick Rosner has an IQ of anywhere between 192 and 198. He's a TV writer. He sued ABC on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It was something to do with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but he lost that suit. Evangelos Katsioulis, Katsioulis, has an IQ of 198. He has an MD, an MSc, an MA, and a PhD, and he's a Greek psychiatrist. Shoyanu has an IQ of 200. He is an American physician. He started college at the age of 9. And he had a PhD and an MD by the age of 21. Makes you wonder, what the heck are we doing with our lives that we're doing something wrong? Nathan Leopold has an IQ of 200. At the age of 19, he was arrested for murder in 1924. Marilyn Vos Savant has an IQ of 228, and she is Parade Magazine's Ask Marilyn. She was tested with an IQ of 228 at the age of 10. What? And let's see, I think this is the last one. Yeah. The last one is Anan Colley, has an IQ of 263. Wow! I think it was a he, is an Irish child genius. At the age of 8, he was taking 3rd year chemistry. And at the age of 9, he memorized the first 518 decimal points of pi. So, makes me want to reevaluate my life, and I just turned 54. So I'm like, holy cow! Like, they're even more brilliant than John Quincy Adams. Well, Jacob Barnett isn't. Jacob and Judith are below him. Below John Quincy Adams. See, their IQ is between Thomas Jefferson and John Quincy Adams. And of course, we don't know about Obama and Trump. But those are just common everyday people with astronomical IQs. Like, wow. Crazy, isn't it? One thing I did want to mention here that I haven't mentioned on any other videos that I made today. This is like my third video for today. Last year I was thinking of doing a video and taking you guys along with me to do DoorDash to show you exactly how it works from a driver's end of it. As requested recently by one of my viewers, I did go ahead and do that video. It was going to be it would have had to have been an edited video, so you wouldn't get it for a while anyway. But because I basically did it for that one person, I decided, you know what? I recently cut that person out of my life. And so I decided I'm not going to do a video like that unless more people are interested in it. Some people have asked me if it would be against DoorDash's policies. I don't think it is, because I have seen other people talk about DoorDash. I haven't delved into whether or not there are any videos out there by Dashers that take you along for the ride, so I'd have to look into that. It may be against DoorDashers' policies. I'd have to look into that more. I wouldn't think it would be, because they are recruiting right now. I mean, they're constantly recruiting for DoorDashers to work for them. You're basically an independent contractor. You work your own hours. You can start and stop whenever you want. You don't have taxes taken out. So you want to keep track of your mileage and that kind of thing. And if you want to keep track of how much gas you've used for your car, you can walk, you can bike, whatever. But most people do DoorDash through their car, because some of the places that they send you to are quite far. I mean, it gives you total freedom, and I absolutely love it. Like, here in Minnesota, the average amount that I make for base pay for DoorDashing is $3 to $3.50 per order. We don't get paid by the hour. We get paid by the order. So that's why it's very important to tip your drivers. But I looked it up, and in the city that I want to move to, their average is about $13.25 per order. And you can do about 2 orders in an hour, so you're making over $25 an hour, which would be fabulous if I can get out there this year, which I'm hoping to be able to do. So there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Please like, share, comment, whatever. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I do want to welcome Katie. I just noticed I just got notified today that you became a new subscriber. So everybody in the comments below, please welcome Katie to the channel, to the Sunshine Fam. And I don't know if I'm going to have that name stick or not, but because I say have a sunny day, I figured I'll call you guys the Sunshine Fam. So tell me what you think of that. So hope you enjoyed listening to the president's IQs and then these other 8 people. And I'm sure a lot of you are like, what am I doing with my life? I got a low IQ compared to these other people. Well, not everybody can be a genius. I'm sure you are very brilliant at what you do. You know, you've got more knowledge than somebody else, and you have less knowledge than other people. So you're right where you need to be. So be happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go before my time runs out. And thanks for joining me today for this. And we'll talk to you guys on the next one. Have a sunny day.